Hey guys, and welcome back to the Sims 4 speed building video. Today we are making a 5x6 tiny home because I've previously done a 5x7 tiny home and people really seemed to like that. It was quite a fun thing to do at the time, and that was pre-tiny living. So I thought I would try and make a smaller home still. So I thought I'd go by 5x6 and I would try and make sure that this is definitely within the smallest tier of tiny homes. So it's definitely a tiny home, not a small home, or a micro home. Yeah. So anyway, so we are going for a tiny home, and I thought I would go for quite a modern tiny home. And I even decided let's make this kind of eco. So the only packs I'm using are base game, tiny living, and laundry day. So I have put some fences up there that are not from the correct pack. I do go and change it, don't worry. So yeah, if you only have a small number of packs and the packs you do own are the ones I've mentioned, then this build is totally for you and you can download it and not have any worries about things not placing. So there we are. So yeah, I fancied making this little tiny house, as I said, and wanted to make it really modern, so I've put in a bit of a glass roof because woo, why not? And with tiny homes you can't shut like half walls on the top to make another room because it automatically does that, and you can't do that because that means that you would then have a bigger home than you're allowed. So it had to be standard roofs or like nothing on the top. So I went with some half gabled roofs, and I've pulled them over the little kind of spruts from the house, the extra bit of walls that we have out the front, just to, you know, give it a bit more of that design feature and make it look like it is supposed to be there. Yeah, and then I've got this little bit of wall by the side of the house. It's not attached to the house, not making any additional things, it's just adding a bit of privacy to the house and a bit of a new fun element to it, because I wanted to have two big windows down the side of the house, because, you know, it's a small house, you want to have as much light in there as possible to make it feel bigger than it is, but otherwise that would have been very like intrusive. So we've got a wall up as a kind of privacy section, and yeah, I've just sectioned off the house here into the 3 rooms. As you can see, it's really flipping small. And actually by adding the window and the glass roof, I've kind of penned myself into like what I can do. So again, with it being a tiny home, and this bedroom being quite so small, it's only 3x3, there wasn't a lot of space. I didn't fit in a usable double bed. If I had put a double bed in, then with the way that Sims are with scooching over in the bed, it wouldn't have been usable as a double bed anyway, so I went with a single bed. So I could have put a Murphy bed in, but again, I don't think it would have been fully usable, so I didn't bother. So yeah, we're just going with a single bed. This is for a single Sim who just fancies, you know, living that eco life. And yeah, so we're furnishing it with bits and bobs. As you saw, I moved the window to put the curtain in. I saw that recently on a video. I can't remember what video, or whose video it was. I feel really bad about that actually. But yeah, I saw them. They moved the window, allowed them to place the curtain wherever they want, and you don't have to place like 10,000 curtains to be able to move it. Really handy tip. Yeah. So, as I was saying. Yeah, tiny living and base game and laundry day only. So going through, I was like, oh my god, I always forget how much each pack adds, and when you're used to playing with all the packs, or pretty much all the packs, because I don't have a mosquito stuff pack at the moment, I really forget what comes with what. So like paring it down to base game or base game plus like 2 stuff packs was really hard. But yeah, I like the way it ended up in the end. This is a kind of, despite it being a really small room, I've managed to put literally everything that you'd need in a bedroom in here. So we've got a bed, we've got a chest of drawers, we end up with a mirror. I've used this little light sized down next to the bed like a light switch. You know, like hotels where your light switch like lights up. It's like that. That's what I imagined. So you could turn off your big lights with your light switch by the side of your bed. Just kind of what I thought. I also saw this in a video as well. I have no idea whose video it was. It was about like making The Sims kind of IKEA with only the base game. It's like by using lots of cupboards down below, it kind of looks, and you know, you can put them along the side of bed, etc. It was a really cool video. I'll try and see if I can link it down below. It's very cool. So I took the idea of using cupboards as kind of storage or like making a bed look inbuilt and did that on here. I know that the colour match isn't quite right, but I thought it looked really cute. Anyway, that's basically the bedroom done. And just kind of onto the bathroom. So I've had to squish the furniture, like the appliances, a little bit to make sure that we can have a fully functioning bathroom in just a 2x2 space. The Sims can go and sit on the toilet and use the sink and get in the shower. All is fine. It's just a little bit squished, and because everything isn't placed on, you know, the kind of normal tile spots. If you do download it, please make sure you put on the bb.move objects cheat before you put it in, just because I'm not entirely sure if everything's going to place or not. So, you know, you just want to be a bit careful. Anyway, it's really simple, that bathroom, really plain bathroom, plain white bathroom, and I've just put those pictures up there to make it a little nice, clean, you know, and still, you know, usable and functional. And then we get to the last bit of the house, which has to act as the kitchen, dining, living space and activity zone for your Sims. So obviously I couldn't fit all of that in here, so we're kind of limited to what we've got. So we have a very galley style kitchen, which is literally just a straight sweep, and I debated for ages on what counters and cabinets to put here, because boy oh boy does the base game not have interesting cabinets or counters. Like, they're rubbish, really. I mainly use like Parenthood or General Adventure, those kind of things. I mainly use those cabinets. And these counters have a really odd like corner piece. I really wanted to use a corner piece here, but this one has like a triangle. Why is it a triangle? Can I have it not as a triangle, please? Will you let me do that? No? But yeah, it's really annoying, really weird. It makes me so thankful for the expansion packs and stuff packs that has given us more kitchens. Base game needs more kitchens. Anyway, yeah, basically really boring, standard. I was again kind of going with I suppose I was trying to make it a little bit modern, so I kept the kitchen very monochromatic, and I just was not sure what colours to put in here. A second ago, I just used the show hidden objects cheat to be able to find some of the debug items. I just got some coffee because I thought that would look nice next to the mugs. Just make it a little bit more lived in. Some of the bb.hidden objects are really cool. You have to be careful with some of them, because like things like glasses and things, they will just despawn when your sim gets in the lot, but there are lots that don't do that. So, you know, if you're wondering, then have a play about. It's a really fun way to get more objects. Really cool. And most of the time when I'm trying to place objects, I will have them sit on an object and then move the object and press Alt and move the object back and forth. It's how I was able to move the things on the counter, and how I just moved that little bookshelf, bookends. It acts as a bookshelf. Anyway, just in case you guys were wondering. And again, yeah, here we go. I found the postcards in the debug menu as well. So I thought I'd use, you know, corkboard and some postcards. Maybe this sim likes traveling the world or has family across the world, and, you know, that's how they got little postcards. I have been flicking back and forth from like different menus, so I kept having to like click what my filters were to like stop me from using other items. But that is the inside of the house pretty much done. I'm just kind of moving on to the outside. I like to add a path. I had to try and find the path that matched the pavement as well as possible, which I think is this one. From like base game swatches, I think that was it. Not entirely sure. I hope so. I've added some laundry stuff, just the outside washboard, etc. I have given this place lot types as well. I can't remember the one off the top of my head. It's like the nice lighting kind of ones, the ones that help, you know, your creative skills. And I've put some garden planters as well. And by the side of the house, I wanted to add some hedging. I have realised since doing this that there is a hedge fence, but I'm not entirely sure quite how close it would have got to the house, and I wanted this hedge to be quite flush with the house, as you can see. It's just layering up hedges on top of each other. Again, if you don't have the bb.move objects cheat on when I did this, your hedges might move, and you might end up with a weird gap. I've done a little bit of extra landscaping that I just kind of sped over there because who wants to watch me put a bunch of rocks down? Not me, but, you know. Oh, more rocks. I also realised that there's not very many water textures in the base game, is there? No, not really. Done a little bit more like terrain painting, so I like painting kind of where the Sims would walk as in like paths, so there's like a little bit of like grass that's more downtrodden on the way to the pool, or, you know, around the clothesline, that kind of thing. Just makes it feel a little bit more real, a little bit more lived in. And that's it. We're into the screenshots, guys. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Exterior shots of my house. I think it's a really cute house. It's not quite cheap enough to be a starter house, but if you got the lot off the gallery and then deleted a few items, some of the more decorative things and the landscaping, you'd be able to make this a starter home for your Sims. Like, no problem. Yeah, some interior shots. We've gone through the kitchen, the bedroom. I really love the skylight, it's lovely. It's not above the bed as well, which is handy for letting your Sims sleep in. The bathroom, and then we'll have the floor plan. So guys, if you have enjoyed it, then please give it a thumbs up, comment anything you like down below, as long as it's not offensive. Subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!